Here comes Father Dave, led out by Tony O'Loughlin. My goodness, Tony, I've known him since the 80s. God love him. He's been a great trainer in the Sydney region for a long, long time.
The punching priest, Father Dave. Tell you what, isn't that some entrance? He's actually a priest.
Yeah. At the veteran boxes, he always opens up the veteran boxes. The
All right, ladies and
Saturday
gentlemen,
night
let's
with a
introduce you
prayer.
to the two.
He's a priest, but he's dressed like a monk. So something's up here, guys. I don't know what it is. Fucking and what's it called? Matty says that Andy Father Davey with you. You're backing up the wrong tree there, Matt.
Calvinist Andy. Well, damn it! At least you would have had an excuse for being who you are.
Brutalmente honesto, Andy.
I wasn't actually fully listening to what you were saying, so I'm just kind of riding along with you, trying to put it
Riding along like this.
It was a brilliant. It was a very, very deep religious joke. Theologians around the world would giggle like crazy if they knew you.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Religion's not to be laughed at by; it's to be fucking pitied.
Exactly. Shout out to Holt, by the way, who provided us with the thumbnail for this week's episode 466. Old Diamante. Any Diamante updates? Anything, Andy? Do we know? Do we know if he's any better?
I don't know, mate. I really don't know. Stem cells are working a treat, though, I must admit.
I think he has the same doctor as Father Dave, and he came back from a brain tumor, didn't he?
That's right.
Came back from...
someone needs to walk past him actually and just pull up his trouser, like see if he's got any calipers on or anything, or maybe he's got like a fake leg or something.
Someone needs to fucking Photoshop Errol Spence into that as well, don't they? Dropping the ball on that picture, like.
Errol Spence kind of like flying through the air with a fucking Lambo flying behind him or something. You know?
I'm kind of surprised that Paul Williams isn't bottom right.
Stop, for fuck's sake.
We've got Ghost Nico Corrales up the corner or something.
Yeah, I just want to say, brutalmente.
Brutalmente, exactly. Brutalmente honesto from Anthony Joshua, who was quizzed here by Vivi. He said, AJ, did you fuck Mrs. Khan back in the day? AJ says, honestly, I didn't. With all the accusations around my name, I wish I did.
Come on, AJ. This is the fucking AJ we wanted from the start. This is who we wanted from the start. Forget being humble, man.
What was he doing last night, though? Flexing like he was standing in the gym or front of a mirror. What was all that about? Just
what was last night? What was he doing? Oh, he's at the fucking YouTube fight, was he?
At the UFC.
Oh, he's at the UFC, was he? Yeah, with Paddy the Baddy and the boys.
Yeah.
No, fuck it. This is Joshua off the leash, baby. This is what we want. This is the robot has fucking shed its fucking shell, and AJ is here giving brutalmente honesto every fucking day on Twitter now. I'm all for it, man. Come on, AJ.
Yeah, Amir might not knock that shit out, but he'll probably get the distance more often than not.
Whereas that said it.
Yeah. Whereas Joshua,
the rumors were started by Can. We have to go back to that.
Well, whereas Joshua, like he'll probably just give you a good first 6 minutes and then peter out.
6 rounds. 6 rounds, you blow a gasket.
Come back into it at 11 o'clock.
Legs are shaky, Adam.
Legs are shaky.
If she wants real loving, she needs to bring in the chubby Mexican guys.
Or Jarrell Miller.
He got a lot of cushion for that push.
Who knows what he could be on? Anyway, there you go, AJ.
Definitely tested for fucking Viagra as well, didn't he, big baby? Everything in the system. Fucking give it all to me.
And the low-grade fever tranquilizer.
Talking to theologians, here's the doctor. Washed Bryce has nominated the doctor. He said, Eddie Hearn said Tyson Fury has no power. Gillian White will knock him out. I did not believe what Eddie said because Tyson's boxing skill sets have changed. He got excellent skills and power. If Dillian comes into the ring looking for a knockout, Fury will stop him. Here we are, hot off the press, Rob.
Come on, Doctor. I like it. He's got a new insult for Dillian White as well that nobody's thought of until now. Gillian White, brilliant.
I can see Gillian getting hit with a video of the good doctor showing him how to throw a good left hook on that bag, you know.
Who go down quicker? Gillian White or Gillian Tailforth?
Oh, good combo that one, eh?
I will. For those folks that don't get do the video portions of our show, you're really missing out here because the good doctor, if you look at him, he looks like a blend of Ronnie Shields and Desmond Tutu. He's a clearly very wise man.
Fucking hell.
Well, Matty, anybody who's on our YouTube channel will be able to see the Bellew of the Week dropping on a Monday or a Tuesday in full video format, as you will know.
Yes, absolutely. It's always worth that 25 to 40 minutes of your week to watch this in video because the visuals are just as good as the audio on this one, I think.
I know he's a doctor and he's got THC and MMP, whatever you want to call it. You need to get him back on there just so we can fucking laugh at him again. I mean,
MB said he's Halifax Howard meets Marvin Hagler. Oh, fucking hell, man.
he looks a bit like Aaron Pryor a wee bit as well, doesn't he? Fucking bullyhead.
I'll get the doctor in as soon as I can to give another one of his voicemail sermons.
We need to get a £200 super chat donation to get him on though, mate. Come on.
To get verbally abused by Andy. What the fuck?
I didn't verbally. I laughed at him one day because he came out with a comment. What was it that Joshua? If he stayed humble, he would never stumble. And I went, shut the fuck up! I can't remember what I said. I just laughed at him.
Yeah, and if you never rumble, then later in life you won't mumble.
Yeah.
The doctor. Billy Dibb is back in the ring. Cocaine Dawkins informed us of this one. Billy Dibb stays down and milks the DQ. He got wrestled to the floor by his opponent, Jacob something, and that was the end of Billy Dibb.
Got a few quid, I'd say, for that Amir Khan fight, didn't he? If Khan's purse is true, I'd say he got he's on easy shit.
Was there more than 20 sheiks at that one?
I'm not sure what was going on there, to be honest. Jason Nugg or something he went in against. A 6th round disqualification win for the Dibster.
What was that fight? I never saw that. What was that?
Yeah, it was in Australia on Wednesday, I think it was.
Oh, right, so it was a pro fight then.
Yeah, well, just about.
Yeah, they brought in a security guard on short notice.
Sam Solomon was fighting the same night, Andy. That tells you all you need to know.
Are you fist fucking me? Is he still fighting?
He was.
Did they win at least?
I'm not sure. He was in a different card, I think, though. If I'm
going to check this out. I'm going to check this out. I'm saying Sam Solomon.
Solomon, he is 48 now, the king. Yeah, he was fighting against Jesse White on Saturday, and then he's got a fight scheduled in for May as well.
Yeah, I see that. But there's no mention about the result. Oh, Tim Boxale should have it, actually.
Tim Boxale was in the chat earlier, so we'll see.
Yeah, I seen that.
Tim Boxale was in the crowd. The Sam Solomon fight.
I still remember when Solomon fucked his leg and the fucking zombie of Jermaine Taylor fucking beat him over 12 rounds for a title. That was such a fucking weird fight.
He won the 8-rounder and he became he won the vacant Australia Victoria State middleweight title. There you go.
Vacant one.
Bob Fitzsimmons only wished he could have won that title, man.
He was at school when Solomon started fighting first.
He was at school with Lewis Ortiz, man.
Mike Tyson's weed company is making edibles in the shape of an ear.
I've got to try them.
Mike Bites.
Oh, I'd say they hit different. Them.
Do you know how many of my Facebook friends sent me this over the last week?
Holyfield will be raging though, eh? He'd be like, I should have copyrighted that shite before he got a chance. Because he's broke as fuck. And Tyson's just, he says he'll never be wealthy again, but he's doing his best to coin it all back.
He must be worth a few quid, old Mike, I'd say.
Mike enjoys life, man. Like he's smoking fucking toad venom once or twice a day, staying mellow.
Did you see anyone see the clip from his podcast going around with Charlo? No.
Yeah, I'm going to nominate that one for Bellew.
Apparently, he had a podcast with Alex Jones.
Did he?
I saw somebody posted a screenshot somewhere, and I haven't even went to search for it yet. If it exists or is going to exist, it's you're driving past a fucking car wreck. You're gonna slow down and you're gonna take a glance. It is what it is.
No way. Toad venom with Alex Jones. Making the frogs gay.
He's probably gonna tell him that he's Probably gonna tell him the elites hijacked his vibration and made
Taking
him
the
bite
frogs,
Holyfield's
gay.
ear off. That really wasn't Mike there that night. He was being hijacked by the British royal family, and
No, that's Ike.
something.
You're confusing your conspiracy theorists, Matty.
Oh
Anyway,
no!
on your own
First
time.
I saw David
come on, we're
Icke
not going down
on
that
Alex
fucking-
Jones.
We're not going down this fucking rabbit hole. Come on.
I used to live down that rabbit hole. It's a weird fucking place, man. I don't like it. I don't like it one fucking
Who are you
bit.
talking to? I only peeked me head up for Bellew of the Week.
Justin has nominated this one, Gmain07. He said, "This is really unfortunate, but the heavyweight division must move on. Boxing needs an active champion. Usyk should be stripped for the time and then belts given back to AJ. And when he's ready, he can request a rematch. Praying for Ukraine."
Fucking wanker.
Jesus Christ.
Give him back
Fucking
to AJ.
wanker.
Michael McAway has nominated Clifton Mitchell. He was having a bit of beef back and forward with Savannah Marshall, I think it was. Another one came in as well from Michael Thompson. Bellew of the Week for Mitchell for this troll-like exchange with Cameron. Chantel giving as good as she got. She said, "Oh, have I hit a nerve? Call me fat all you want, you bitter bastard. You clearly are shit at your job and got to get nasty now. Stick to trying to coach, not abusing women on Twitter. #prick." There you go.
Yeah, don't be fucking abusing the women fighters on Twitter. Come on, the Boxing Asylum away to Bellew of the Week. Then get them.
Talk about their hairline.
Let's reach out to Clifton Mitchell, by the way. Get him on the Bellew of the Week so we can destroy Chantel Cameron.
Well, Clifton.
Who was the Twitter? Who was the deleted tweet below? Do you know?
I'm not sure, Andy, to be honest now. Someone getting iced.
Yeah, possibly.
I want to tell Clifton to his face. Anyway, Vicky Graville throwing this in from last week. Scott Harrison, thanks and respect for this opportunity, Bieber Boxing, Assassin Boxing Promotion and Management. Bellew of the Week for the Primark Guard, says Vicky Graville. That's Luca Di Caro, head of Bieber Boxing.
Yeah, I know.
That's the fad, the fake ad. That's...
We could also you could also put Scott Harrison into this as well, because he retired after that fight got postponed. Then he tweeted out it was either last night or a couple of nights ago, and that he was actually he wasn't retiring. He's coming back to boxing. So a Tom Brady-esque type retirement by Scott Harrison there.
Very similar trajectories.
I remember when he got out of prison. What was that, like 12 years ago or so?
What time, mate? He's been in jail before.
I know, but Tommy was so excited and really thought he was going to make a run at the title when he got out. He was like, really
I remember he fought on the Burns Mitchell undercard, I'm sure, and he beat up some jobber for Hungary. I think it might even went the distance. He was in his 40s then, for fuck's sake.
Did you say from Hungary?
Yeah.
Hungary. Paul Raftery nomination. Owen02_ says to Conor Benn, after you win a world title at welterweight, do you aim to unify more belts or try to rack up defenses with one belt? Paul says Owen contributed this question. His profile describes him as a gamer, so I assume it is serious. Yeah,
That's that everything boxing maggots pal on Twitter, man. He's up his arse as well. Oh, aye. I've seen him before.
What's he going to do? Unify, maybe go up? Undisputed, possibly?
He needs to win a belt first. Fucking hell, man.
Going straight for unify with Crawford straight away, obviously.
Yeah, I think so, probably. And then once he's got that out of the way, what do you think he should do, Rob?
Probably just fight Spence then. Maybe at 154. Who knows?
Maybe go for a beard implant or something.
Yeah. Right, next one here. Here's Ebbs, Mark Gingle. You are by far one of the nicest and best looking Leeds fans I've ever met, says Mark. He's enjoying his moment there, isn't
probably
he?
True.
Well, from what I've seen in Leeds, I don't think that's a stretch.
It's a reservation on the way out of fucking out of nowhere, that fucking place.
He's got a fine rack on her there, old Ebbs. James Becker, 1999. No. She'd be a flyweight without them, I think, wouldn't she?
Fucking minimum weight. I think she's fighting for a 118 title.
Oh, she's been I had to tell her to stop it the other day there, actually.
Andy laying down the law. Billy Boxing 2.0 has nominated Boxing Kingdom. Question for all British boxing fans. Anthony Joshua is a two-time heavyweight world champion and former unified heavyweight champion. Is AJ the greatest British heavyweight of all time? Comment below.
Fuck you, you idiot.
That's a
I can't believe it. It's always been like that, man. He's a fucking knob.
Is he even top? Is Joshua even top 10 British heavyweights of all time?
Probably.
He would
Certainly
be top 10.
He
Yeah.
would be top 10, aye. But
5?
where you
Top
want to?
5? Yeah.
Possibly, aye. I would say maybe top 5.
He's right up there
Really? That's sad.
with Henry
That is-
Akinwande.
Yeah, you
That's
remember,
really
Matty?
sad.
You remember Lennox Lewis was the first British heavyweight to win a world heavyweight title since, like, was it Fitzsimmons, Steve? Maybe Rob will know, but
Well,
it was-
my dad will lay claim that Fitzsimmons is Irish, really, because
Aye.
both of his parents are from Wexford, so
aye, it
that'll
wouldn't
be that
be-
one out.
Another one is Australian. But you know what I'm saying? You know,
He
so
went
we're-
to live in New Zealand, didn't he? Fitzsimmons,
Aye.
didn't he?
I mean, you wouldn't even. It's actually incredible as to how little kind of like heavyweight champions we've actually had.
Well, yeah, I mean, I was shocked that was like the first the Scottish heavyweight title fight in
50
whatever
years,
long.
70 years or something.
AJ
Yeah.
would be right up there, man. I think we're pushing him up towards 2 or 3 here. Who
Well,
else is there?
it's not like you guys are lacking in fat fucks in Scotland. Like how has this title remained vacant that long? It's so fucking ridiculous.
You tell you what, man, you talk about fat fucks in Scotland. We're fucking America, man. It's most the beast country in the fucking
We
planet.
have heavyweight champions.
Aye, like Sloth Mitchell.
No, not him, but a lot of other ones. We've had many heavyweight champions. Some of them skinnier than others. How many Scottish heavyweight champions have there been?
None of them.
How-
They've even had a British champion with Scotland as the heavyweight.
Gary Cornish was close under.
Gary Cornish. Didn't he start with kicking Gary Cornish, man? He needs to get back on the day job.
Yeah, how many Scottish men over 200 pounds have been in fist fights? I rest my case.
Call me against Welsh Lou.
Tommy top
Tommy-
10.
Tommy needs to get serious, man, and start making a legit challenge for that Scottish title, and then we can start talking about check hooks.
Check Cook Boxing. AJ's making announcements in pidgin English. Announcement soon come. David Grice says, is Isaac Lowe AJ's new social media post writer?
Soon come is West Indian slang, but why AJ saying it, I don't know, because he's Nigerian, isn't he? Like, so I don't know. He's a bit of cultural appropriation there from AJ. He has an announcement coming soon anyway, so you know, on the edge of your seats. These announcements are coming thick and fast from AJ. He's announcing that he has an announcement coming soon every 2 weeks for the last 6 months, and nobody's none the fucking wiser as to what the fucking announcement's going to be, who he's going to fight, who his trainer is, who his new team is.
Who
What
was
is
the
the
rumour?
announcement, AJ?
Who was the rumour for the opponent again? Was it Wallon?
Well, in
It was Eddie said this in classic Eddie style. Even Ed, Eddie said he wants Wilder. AJ wants Wilder. He's open to fighting Joe Joyce, but we're also looking at opponents like Otto Wallin. So you know which one it's going to be, don't you?
Yeah. Fucking, old bait and switch.
Joe Joyce is fucking. How long has he been inactive for now? Jesus fuck.
Dubois was his last fight, was it?
It was
Or has he had a fight
2020,
since?
wasn't it?
Oh, he had a fight before after that.
Has he?
I'm sure he has.
Did he not fight that Valish? When was that? That big
So
no-hoper?
That was earlier in his career, I think.
Was that
mate.
before? Was that before?
He fought. Who the fuck? I'm sure he fought recently.
Yeah, I think he's been sitting on the shelf while fucking.
Oh,
Dubois
Takam.
is-
Carlos Takam.
Is that who it was?
Yeah, I forgot about that. He stopped him in Wembley in
Last
July
July, it was,
21. Oh, he's not been that inactive then.
Okay.
Comparatively, nearly a year. Sure, that's standard, isn't it, these
Standard
days?
practice these days, mate. It's usual, method of operating these days.
He's
1-2
sitting on
fights
that,
a year.
sitting on that mandatory, isn't he? Yeah, position. He's going
They're
to
talking about Joe
He'll be
Parker
45
here.
years of age by the time he gets his chance. Like,
I'll tell you what, Rob, he's a big old unit, man. I think he'd be a handful for anybody, Joyce, with his engine and his size.
I'd favour Joyce versus AJ if they make that fight now.
Yeah, I'm the
I'd
same.
favour
Mate.
Joyce.
Mhm.
He
Because
basically-
AJ's not going to knock him out, is he?
No.
He
Oh.
basically stuffed Dubois with a jab like that.
Yeah.
That was what the story of the fight was. Like that jab fucking.
I've
wrecked
warmed
him.
to Joyce, man. He's a big old lump and he seems nice enough, fella.
That fight goes past 6 rounds. That gets really tasty for me.
No, I wouldn't be surprised. Anyway,
Joyce.
announcement,
Mhm.
There we
announcement
go.
soon come.
There's some extra content for y'all.
Well,
No,
Right.
I'm saying that. Yeah, there it is.
Oh, here we are.
Yeah.
Sean Stevo's nominated Anthony Fowler. Not a cafe in the world, this lad. Another one who's been having Isaac Lowe making the post, I think, over on Instagram. I think he means not a care in the world. We'll let him off with that one. Billy Boxing 2.0 for the state of them tattoos. Who's he referring to? Prograde, McKenna, both of them perhaps.
Worst double display of tattoos since fucking Gervonta and Mario Barrios fought last year.
The crackheads.
Oh, they looked awful. Remember that? Jesus Christ.
Does McKenna have a mullet?
Oh, aye. He has a tash and all, McKenna, doesn't he? He's a character.
Oh, no,
Was
there
that
you go.
right? You saying he could have been an actor or something? Did I hear that right?
Quite possibly. He does those little videos, doesn't he, all the time?
Well, he certainly couldn't be a contender.
Charlie, I'm a contender, Charlie.
What are we on to now? Last few here. Joe Kennedy. I haven't seen him in the chat tonight. Hope you well, Joe. He's nominated Fernando Vargas. Fernando Vargas said it's no surprise his kids are good fighters because they both came from the royal nutsack. His wife and kids nodded and seemed to be okay with his plan to put that phrase on T-shirts. Kate Abdo approves, says Joe.
She knows her sperm, that lass.
Oh my god.
Some size old Fernando, man. One of my favourite fighters of all time. He was a warrior, but he's fairly piled on the weight. I suppose he did towards the end of his career, didn't he? Didn't he fight Mayorga at super middleweight or something ridiculous?
I remember that Oscar fight was like that was like must watch at the time, wasn't
Vargas.
it?
Oscar was rough and tough that night, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
That was one of Oscar's biggest wins, really. When you think about it, wasn't it?
That was one of the ones you knew when someone was ever getting under Oscar's skin that they were going to fucking get it in the fight with Mayorga. Like you just knew they were going to get it.
Yeah, that was good. I liked the shit talk between Vargas and Mayorga before their fight was great. That was when he
kicked off, didn't they?
Yeah, he told Vargas that his face looked like his son's ass.
Yes, Ricardo. That's what you need more of that, don't you? Need more of that. It's all sanitized these days. You need a fucking bit of Ricardo Mayorga. Fucking fellas that have machetes and smoke fags at the way in and all. You need that.
Well, that's why like subtitles are great, and and they're so important. But some of these translations are really loose, especially when it comes to Spanish. The dialects are very different from country to country, but nonetheless, Mayorga, man, you talk about worth his weight in gold for shit talk.
Class trash talk. What did he say to Oscar? Your wife won't be able to look at you when you won't be able to screw her in the morning.
He said something about Vargas' wife too, because that's why Vargas kicked off and threw the table at him, and he started going, "You're disrespecting my queen." I'm sure he said something like that. So
he slapped Mosley's girlfriend on the ass.
That was a setup. That was a setup.
Vargas on a bit of form as well. They asked him about Canelo's opponent Bivol. They said, "Do you think Dimitri Bivol has a chance of beating Canelo?" And he said, "I don't even know that, Vato."
Oh, Vargas, quality character. Final few here from me. The Motor City Cobra nominating Carl Froch. Fucking hell, you've topped my Jermaine Taylor comeback. Carl Froch visits Lee Wood post-fight. Even at the highest point of Wood's boxing career, Froch brings it back to himself, obviously.
Wouldn't be like him to draw parallels with his own career when making a fucking fight deduction with his Carl Froch. Fucking sake, man. Unbelievable. He looks like he's saying in that picture, he looks like he's saying, so I've told him, I've only had fucking battered onion rings. No way am I going in on this fucking bill. I only had some onion rings.
You probably give him some tips on how to fly fucking commercial.
Yeah. Get a fucking Ryanair, man. I'm telling you.
Out to Dubai.
Aye.
Barry Smith. I thought this was Lee Wiley all the time in the corner. Another fat cornerman. Big fan of the fat cornerman myself. Barry Smith. Ben Davidson should be knighted, says Barry Smith. Lee Wood's coach. Brook them up, no consent heard.
In what country?
And I'd say Ben was fucking saying, no, man, no. Just not a fucking, give me an MBE. I'll be happy with that. So what it was, or an OBE, whatever was the
OBE or CBE.
CBD.
HIV.
CBD. What have we got here then? So Ted Barrett sent me this one in. Tommy Fury talking about percentages. This is an interesting listen.
Well, that of course, and after that, let's get in the ring. Let's do it.
What percentage would you say? 80%, 50%? What's the likelihood of it happening in percentage-wise?
Percents? I don't know. I didn't do very well in school. I'm not very clever in that sense. Percentage-wise, I don't know. Probably 0.09? No, I don't know. It's a good percentage, I think, because he's got no one else to fight. I've said time and time again, I'm the biggest fight out there for him, but if it comes, it comes.
A 0.09%.
See, tough negotiator, Tommy Fury.
What the fuck was that?
Tommy
80-20s out
Tommy,
the window.
Tommy TNT Fury stands for tough negotiation team.
That's, I think, all the ones that I have. Yep, it is indeed. Any from you this week, Andy?
I think I might have sent you one in the other on, mate. I'm just trying to find that again, but I can't find it just now.
Oh, I don't know. I got sent loads this week.
Yeah, got a couple. Obviously, people would have noticed that a certain Mr. Azad, the Syrian president, was in Dubai this weekend. Face-to-face meetings.
Great bunch of lads.
Yep, great bunch of lads. Wonder who else you could be meeting. Daniel Kinahan getting outed by some sort of Pakistani MP as well, I think. A bit of banter, you know.
Great lad.
Oh, great lad.
The MP, by the way.
Just talk.
What's your problem, Andy?
What's your fucking problem, man? Just stay on the Dubai theme, actually. Jim White blagging that shit, man, wasn't he? Blagging it. And that fucking... He was like talking to the guy, and then he would like break away and like look at the camera and just smile. I'm like, what are you smiling at the camera for, you prick? I actually wanted to reach through and just, with a yellow tie on my hand and just wrap it around his neck and hang him for the rafters, by the way, because he was doing man nothing. Absolute fucking pain in the studs, that guy. Obviously, staying on Dubai, fucking lack of fans in the stadium. And every time I see Tricky Dicky Schaefer, I always get the same fucking thought. I say to myself, that guy's a fucking serpent. He's just got sleaze written all over him, by the way. I just don't like that guy. If we mix listening, he knows what I'm talking about.
And did you remember when I quizzed him on shafting Oscar and he slipped and he slid out?
Oh, he knows how to do it.
There was no funny business, no monkey business or something he says with me. So.
Me and Mick are in the bar in Belfast, and we're getting there. He was promised us a fucking pint, and he still welched on the fucking prick. So as I says, he slipped and he slid, and he's like a fucking serpent. He got slithered right out of there. Absolutely
he Floyd Mayweather over that top rope, didn't he? Out over the bar, shoulder rolled that round out again.
Yeah.
How do you know that shafting Oscar wasn't consensual?
I will suppose.
He probably saw the writing on the wall with Oscar, to be fair. He probably would have ditched him back in them days.
Oscar was after doing the writing on the wall with lipstick.
Poor Oscar didn't know where he was for about 5 years, so maybe we would not blame Schaefer too quickly.
He was going through a rough and tough time in his life.
I've got one for Fat Joe. It was on Fight Hype. I think he was at the Berlinga fight last night, and he's walking out, and he was talking about Rolls fighting Triple H rather than Triple G. So obviously Fat Joe knows his boxing,
Fat Joe actually famously had a line in his song on the New York song where he said even Roy Jones was forced to lean back, referred to his own song Lean Back, which was a smash, but talking about Jones getting knocked out by Tarver as well. But Jones confronted him about it in a nightclub and was like, hey, what the fuck are you saying about me getting lean back now? And Fat Joe had to say to him, look, I know you're Roy Jones, so if we fight, you're going to kill me, but you're not going to get out of here. I'm here with 200 fellas in the Bronx, so I'm just telling you, you won't leave. So they settled things amicably anyway in the end.
There you go, 200 folks. Imagine poor Roy getting ripped to fucking limbs straight to red, man.
Oh, man, it wouldn't have been nice. It would have probably been a better end for Roy's career, to be honest with you, than the second half that we had to enjoy.
Getting knocked out by Enzo.
It would have been far more merciful than having Steve Smoger looking over it.
You dead, man. You want to continue. And the last one for me, Steve, I dare say it'll probably segue to bring Rob in as well, but I caught the clip. I'm going to watch the interview later on this week, actually, but Charlo crying to Mike Tyson, for example, I've been calling Canelo out for years now, right? And fucking, he's just basically sitting there. Tyson just turns to him and says, well, fight the next best guy. It's that simple, really, isn't it? So really, just step up and fight the next best guy. But who's he fighting next? I forget who he's fighting next.
Selecki.
Selecki, there we go. Selecki, the next best guy, Selecki, man. Fucking, there we go. Mike Tyson for fucking putting on Charlo. You can see his face just slightly drop a wee bit. I thought he took obviously they're emotional, personal guys, so I think he kind of took it a wee bit kind of personal when Mike fucking says to him.
Yeah, Mike was like,
you gotta call him out, dude. You gotta look for the fight. You gotta go like Roberto Duran. You gotta grab your balls and go suck this.
So man, that's all I've got, Steve. So
Brilliant stuff, Andy. Thank you very much indeed. Matty, anything from you?
Steve, Liam Wynn sent a message in, and he wanted to nominate the ring announcer from the Thor Bornson Eddie Hall fight for looking like he was from the Matrix.
What the fuck was that, by the way? I'm out of touch or whatever. Who the fuck are the two of them? One of them's a strong man. Is he the strongest man in the world? But what are they fighting? Like, what? Are they YouTubers or something?
No, they're legit world champions, mate. They're legit world champions, honestly, at their respective sports, like.
Yeah. So
apparently, it was better than most Triller fights.
Mate, I seen it, and it was. Remember the Scottish heavyweight title fight, mate? How shite was that? Well, this was far better than that. Honestly, mate, it was far better. There were knockdowns. There was actually a wee bit of technique involved. Oh, Steve, sorry, I have got one more actually. Ooh. Fraser Clark for digging out Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn obviously had a photo team with Joshua, Dana White, and Del Boy Chisora with Fraser Clark on the end, but Eddie Hearn's cropped fucking Fraser Clark out because he's with Sky. Mm-hmm. Fraser Clark got a picture of the forum together, but superimposed Ben Shalom's face with Eddie Hearn's. So Fraser Clark for bodying Eddie Hearn. That was fucking
that's
brilliant.
A good one. Oh, we should have seen that. That's a good one. Matty, you threw yours in, didn't you?
And so that one from Liam Wim, and my nomination myself on that is I got to stick it, like I mentioned earlier. What the WBO did with their rankings, moving Catterall down, is like the absolute fucking dick move. So I got to nominate the WBO for their fuckery at 140 pounds.
Always happy to nominate them. Any from you, Rob?
What?
You there, Rob?
You hear me?
There you are.
I can there, yep.
Sorry, I was talking away there. I was going to say top quality shithousery from Josh Taylor in the aftermath of that as well, when he put it on his Instagram and said, wait till they call the police over the WBO. I thought that was pretty good. Like, even though he clearly lost the fight, he hasn't lost his edge. Josh Taylor thought that was
it's a bit of shit house thing today because Carter never phoned the cops.
Oh, it was quality shithousery. It was, man. That's absolute fucking brutal mente on Esto there from Josh Taylor. A lot of people fucking took it, got annoyed by it, but it's Josh Taylor. What do you expect him to say when he sees that? Like, then as well, there was the Tyson and Charlo one was pretty good, and then Frank has been on unbelievable form. By the way, I wonder is he listening because he's making a lot of references to DAZN being an app these days in his interviews. He's fucking quality, man. But he said. He responded to, AJ put out the footage, didn't he, of him sparring Joe Joyce and getting the better of him. And Frank said, why don't you put out the fucking Dubois footage? I would like to see the Dubois footage with a nice quality shoulder roll thrown in there. So, had, of course, called Frank Smith a little fat geezer. He said he's put out sparring footage, Eddie. Sparring that little fat geezer. So he's fat shaming Frank Smith as well, which is we wouldn't do that on a pod, of course. No. But yeah, good from Frank this week. Evening, Ed.
Yeah, here it is, Andy. That's some good work there.
He's much better looking than Salam. He looks much better in that photo, like. Eddie fucking dressed like, why is he dressed like fucking Fonzarelli as well, by the way? What the fuck does he think he is? What is going on with him? You're 40 fucking 2 years of age, man. Relax with you. Hey.
Look at Joshua flexing.
Because he's jumped the shark.
And fucking Dana White, for all the money that Dana White's got, man, he's investing in a fucking neck.
Well, that's Dana White. I thought that was Alan Brazil.
Worst Happy Days remake of all time.
Alan Brazil still hung over for the fucking Cheltenham Festival, man.
Fucking Ali McCoy's riding him over the hurdles.
That's good work there from Fraser Clark there on Ben Shalom. Botox Lego $6 in training. Who are you going for then, Andy, this week? Episode 466.
I'm going for Clark for bodying Eddie Hearn, man. That was fucking glorious. I remember something similar happened to Chris Eubank Jr. by David Hay picture. Some fucking dude, cropped him out the picture and he was raging about it. So yeah, I'm going for that one. Fucking quality retort there by Clark.
That's a good late entry. I'm going for that one as well, actually. It's always good to see Eddie getting bodied, Matty. You've already thrown yours in. Refresh my memory.
I threw in the WBO rankings at 140.
And
But
is that what you're going
no,
for?
no, I'm with Andy
Ooh.
on that one. That was quality. That was quality for Mr. Clark.
There we are. It's the Holy Trinity. Your vote matters little, Rob, but throw it in anyway for good measure.
Yeah, it's got to be that one in it. Benson, a great looking young hungry promoter who's on satellite television. What a guy! He looks much better in the photo, guys. Look at it is what it is. Come see me.
Yeah. See, Ben's not got to the point of having to inject some Botox into him and get the plugs sorted out and all that type of
He wouldn't
schnaz.
do it. He just grow old gracefully, wouldn't he, Benson?
Yeah, he would. He wouldn't
Nice
go
guy,
for any
nice
of that
guy.
shit.
Congratulations.
As Adam Smith says that he's like he's like my younger brother sometimes. Sometimes he makes me feel like he's like my son, for example.
We'll never forget.
Even Ed.
Well done, Eddie. It's been a while, but you are the Bellew the Big for episode 466.